morning, everybody. It's the big fella again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Charles Kelly, and welcome to the Lancer Life. Today we are going to do a everyday smoke, something that's not on the pricey side. This is a $6 cigar. You can find it for $6 by PDR. This is the PDR Dominican Sun-Grown, or the PDR 1878 Sun-Grown, a Dominican Puro by PDR Cigars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and light it, and let's see what we got here. Don't try this at home, kids. PDR Cigars is the brainchild of Abraham Flores. He opened a really small tobacco shop, a tobacco factory in the Dominican Republic in 2004. So it's been around now for 14 years. Abraham's been doing a number of things with cigars that you might be familiar with long before his brands became a top cigar, ranked number 10, one of his cigars by Cigar Aficionado. It's a long name cigar and it's hard to remember, so I'm not going to get into that. But because he did, I don't know whether it's private label or collaborated, he's already had two cigars that he's worked on. The Gurkha 125th anniversary cigar and the La Palina, both of which were featured on the 2013 Cigar Aficionado Top 25 list. So he had some strong credentials before his own cigar made a top 10 list. So like I said, you might be familiar with some of his stuff. I haven't done extensive research on it. Take a look at the cigar. Beautifully constructed, nice toothy wrapper, little bit of oil coming through on there. His factory is in Tamboril, Dominican Republic, and he does boutique cigars. This particular cigar consists of Dominican Criollo 98, Corojo, and Habano tobaccos, and it's a sun-grown Habano wrapper. Beautiful pigtail there that you can see. So when I said I was going to cut my cigar, I didn't really cut the cigar. Let's cut back to me. I just pinched that puppy off, and that's what you got. A nice removal of a cap. And so what I'm going to do is sit here and enjoy this cigar that won't beat up your pockets too much. You know, we talk about cigars beating up your flavor, your taste buds. We need to check out a cigar that won't beat up your pockets, because I don't know about you, but I can't afford to spend $10, $20 on a cigar every day, and I like to have a cigar a day. That makes this a $70 a week habit. So, you know, this is a way of taking a little starch out of that. Now, one of the first things I'm getting is pepper. Not overpowering, overbearing pepper, but absolutely some pepper and spice. But I would say that cayenne kind of pepper as well, but I wouldn't use cayenne to describe it. I'm talking about that heat from pepper. As I said in an earlier video, sometimes when you see a description of spice associated with cigar, it could be one of two things. It could be an actual spice from your spice rack, like cinnamon or nutmeg, or they could be mean spice in terms of Cajun spice, which comes from cayenne. that gives you a little bit of that bite. So it's got a little bit of that bite in addition to some nice pepper. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do when I do my cigar reviews. I'm going to try to do a little bit of time-lapse photography. Well, not time-lapse, but I'm going to try to give you what this thing tastes like through different points in time. But before I allow myself to go on, I'm going to show you this is how far we've gone. Ash is burning pretty evenly. You know, there's some little odd spots there, but that's forgivable. You know, sometimes you can manage that burn by rotating the cigar as you smoke it. So you have the thing start to canoe. Since the heat and the ash fall down, I was told, you know, to hold it down that way, and the heat and the ash should fall down and eventually burn right. There's your lesson for today. Had to do some camera work maintenance because I think the dark fellow was coming in a little too dark. $6 is a really good price point for an everyday cigar. Like I said, I don't know what your wallet says, but that's what my wallet says. And the truth of the matter is, you can find some excellent cigars for under $6. Catman, who does cigar reviews, has a list of, I don't know, 60 something cigars that he likes for under $6. Every year, in addition to Cigar Aficionado's top 25 list, in that same issue, they list some of their bargain cigars. And in fact, a favorite cigar of mine from that 2013 list is a cigar that cost $4, and at the time, $4.40. It was the Asylum. They put out a really nice cigar that was under $5, top 25 cigar. So, you know, in some things, size doesn't matter. What matters is what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? But in some things, you know, size matters. So let's be clear here. This cigar is a medium body cigar. I would not grade this as complex, but you're not going to get complexity out of a $6 cigar. You're going to get some flavors. In addition to the pepper, I am getting some of that leather. My tongue is a little bit dry, and I usually associate that with like cocoa, but not quite cocoa, or earth, but not quite earth, or wood, but not quite wood. Like, those are the different descriptors that I tend to think about when my mouth is drying out. But leather absolutely is one of those flavors that'll, you know, kind of dry your mouth out, leather. So there's a good amount of things going on, but just quite not complex. Now, I would say that if you like full body cigars, this is a medium body cigar that'd probably work for you because of the, you know, the heat and the pepper. So while it might lack fullness of body, I would give this a medium, somewhere in between the medium to full flavor. You know, I really would. Again, just a little issue on the ash because I'm driving and not focusing on the cigar, so I got to remember to rotate it. See that? I need to put that on the downside to help that hot ash fall down there, and maybe it'll right itself up. It's possible, might need to give it a touch up. That's not the worst thing in the world that you need to touch up your cigar. The ash is gray, got a number of rings around it. Not sure if this will flake off, but I'm not going to give it a chance in the car. When I'm smoking in the car, you're not going to get any long ash awards unless that joker is really tight and steady. I'm sorry, I just ain't going out like that. It'll be interesting to see what happens as I move down this cigar. Not getting creamy. I'm getting, like I said, flavor. Rough. It's a rough. I can't give this a creamy grade right now. But as I've said, not a bad everyday cigar at $6. It's a Toro, so you're going to get a nice long smoke out of it. This is a great stick to have in your box to give away for that buddy that don't like to smoke but thinks he smokes or wants to smoke because you're around. This is a good walk the dog, go golfing cigar. Or look, this is not a cigar I'd be ashamed to go around the fellas, sit down and smoke and enjoy, you know, a nice drink you drink with it. It's a good cigar. Definitely not a crappy cigar. This is not a crappy cigar. I don't want anybody to think it's a cheap cigar. No, it's made with long filler. It's got a really interesting blend, as I said, with those 3 different types of Dominican filler and a Habano wrapper, and it's long filler. So it's not a cheap cigar. It's an inexpensive cigar, and there is a difference. So I don't want anybody from PDR beating me up. But it does have a little bit of aggression on there. The holes around this town are crazy. Oh, so some people have asked me where I got the name Slim for my car. All right, so I'm gonna tell the story. When I bought the car, I was watching, the week after I bought it, I was watching, I guess I was going through a film noir stage. I was watching The Have and Have Not with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. And there's a scene in that movie where Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart gets dragged to the police department. They're looking for, I don't know, Nazi collaborators or something. Not Nazi collaborators, but people speaking out against whatever the hell it was. And he grabbed Lauren Bacall, stood her up. She gave a wise-ass answer, something he hauled off and smacked the shit out of her. Lauren Bacall looked up with those big, beautiful eyes and just gave him a, is that all you got? Been in love with Lauren Bacall as an actress ever since. The character's name was Slim Browning, named by Car Slim because you can give it, and she shrugs it off. Kind of woman I like. Anyway, but I don't hit women. Let's be clear. Okay, we're rounding the corner for the first fifth. Dash is just not going to correct itself. May have to touch it up. However, that bite, little harshness is going away. And that's one of the things, you can get first impression from cigars. When I do my written reviews on www.thelancerlife.com, I give more details on how it finished, because I'm only going to be able to give you the impression of how it starts during the course of the video. I'm not making hour-long videos. But what I try to do is give you what some of those initial first impressions are. Hopefully get to a point where the cigar begins to settle and mellow out, and tell you what I'm tasting then. And then, hey, look, you're gonna have to read the written notes to find out how the story ends, unfortunately. I'm gonna wrap it up now, but here's what I'm gonna say. Good cigar. Not great. Not a lot of complexity. Leather, pepper, earthy cigar, dry cigar. Won't beat up your pockets. $6 stick. Medium body, but medium to full in flavor. Go out and get yourself some of these. Also, I suggest you go online, look up PDR cigars and see what Abraham has done, and look at some of the works. He's got some cigars that are well respected and reviewed. Just because his name isn't Rocky Patel or Arturo Fuente doesn't mean you should give it a try. Look, I like boutique blends. They're not mass producers, mass marketers. These are cats that love their craft, try to deliver a great cigar to you. Some at a reasonable price, some a little pricey. It's up to you to determine whether it's worth the price or not. That's really it. Look at this thing. See that? I held it down. The ash is starting to level out. See that? See that? That used to be the problem area, but now it's coming back because we got to rotate. We got to rotate. Anyway, if you like this and other videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, please comment. I like to hear from my viewers. I like to know what you think. Hey, I also want to know what cigars you want me to smoke. You'd be surprised what I can get my hands on. I think I'm going to do a Cuban week one day this summer, maybe when I get out to Indiana, to my daughter's house out there on that big lovely deck. Who knows? But let me know what you think. Also look forward to my series on flavor profiles where I educate new and old cigar smokers on the different flavor profiles that are associated with some of the finest cigars in the world. Thank you for joining. Peace and stay smoky.